Hello everybody, welcome back to this, and it's about this. You may well have seen this floating around online, or maybe you've seen it in your Sainsbury's store, maybe you've even brought some just to have a little gander. When I first saw a photo of it online, I was convinced it was just a Photoshop jobby, and well, it wasn't. It's the long and short of that. I mean, let's just say it out loud. It's the Pigs in Blanket flavoured tea and the Brussels sprouts flavoured tea by Sainsbury's. Now, not everybody's reaction has been entirely positive, but I don't know, I'm quite raring to go. I'm quite convinced that these are meant just as like a novelty fun thing, even though they are actually there in the tea aisle amongst all your Liptons, your PG, your Twinings, etc. Before we get into it proper, let's just have a quick little look at the boxes. I am very fond of the box art. I think it's very, very cute. And then down both sides, and the top and the bottom, there's this additional Christmas print, which I guess looks a bit like, you know, the ugly Christmas sweater sort of thing. An additional detail, which was probably to save money, but I still quite like, is the Christmas tree row pattern. There is also the same pattern that's along the little blanket of the pig and along the Brussels sprouts hat. The way I decided to play this is I'm actually going to film this over the course of 2 days. I'm going to do one today and one tomorrow, and that's because doing it over 2 days, it just feels like I'm going to approach each one with the same palette sort of thing, I guess. Because I am a save the best till last person, I think I'm going to like this one more than this one, because to be honest, Pigs in Blankets are actually my favourite part of the Christmas dinner. So we're going to try those tomorrow, and so today we're going to do the Brussels sprouts. So are we about to spill the tea on the tea? No, we're British, don't do that. The little blurb description right on the top, you got 20 green tea bags with Brussels sprouts, and immediately in my mind that conjures the image of a green tea bag with a Brussels sprout within it, but feels too light for that. Disappointment. Ingredients, that's always fun. Green tea, 85%, okay, not mad at that. Lemon peel, fancy. Granulated Brussels sprouts, 4%. Whack. And then there's sweet berry leaves, but who cares about that after granulated Brussels sprouts? I'm going to presume in my ignorance that they've taken a Brussels sprout and chopped it up very, very fine. I'll tell you what, okay, we're going to open this. We're going to split open one of these tea bags and see what's in it. It just kind of smells like tea. So I need some sort of light surface. Piece of paper is fine. Oh look, that looks like a little bit of sprout there. I mean, just tried to eat it. Oh, no, don't, no, it was solid and crunchy, so don't do that. Shall we get to the actual proper tea part of this? Allow the bag to infuse for 3 to 5 minutes, depending upon preferred strength. We're gonna go for the full 5, I think, for maximum teage. Best enjoyed without milk. Right, so we're just gonna boil the kettle, do the old 5-minute wait, and then we'll be back. Can't believe I got that in. Good night. Oh, there I am. Hello, Brussels tea. It's not the greenest tea I've ever seen. Or whatever, it's all in the taste, honey. Again, it doesn't smell of anything special. Oh, that is, now that I've had that initial taste, I don't know if something's kickstarting. I am actually beginning to get a little bit more of Brussels sprout whiff. What is this actually doing what it's promised? Scandal! A Brussels sprout flavoured tea actually tasting of Brussels sprout? What is this? What do you want me to say here? It's a Brussels sprout flavoured tea, and it does taste of Brussels sprouts. And right now, I don't mind it. I'm starting to mind it. Ugh. Tomorrow, I'm looking forward to this one, the Pig in Blankets Flavour tea. I was about to say I'll see you tomorrow, but it's one video, so I'll see you in a few seconds. So 3, 2, 1. Alright, now, it is the next day. I'm now very glad that I decided to do this taste test thing, whatever, over a weekend, because opinions have changed. So after I switched the camera off yesterday, I finished my mug of tea and then I went on downstairs. There's an aftertaste. I was actually stood down there and I actually went, a physical reaction. And not only was there the aftertaste, for about an hour and a half after that occurred, I felt ill. Well, I said it was for an hour and a half. That was when it felt at its worst. The feeling actually stayed with me for about 7 hours until I had dinner. I mean, it wasn't bad, otherwise I would have done more about it, but whoa, did that stay with me. However, I am not in any way saying absolutely do not get this product because it will make you feel ill, because at the end of the day, it's food and everyone has different tastes, everyone has different sensibilities, etc. You might have one and be perfectly fine. It just really didn't work with me. I don't quite know what to do with them. Maybe I'll cut up in the bags, empty them into little clear Ziplocs and sell them as Christmas weed. Who knows? I'm not actually gonna do that. Don't tell my mom. Anyway, now we're on to this one, the Pigs in Blanket Flavour. What I personally find most interesting is that it's got suitable for vegans on the box. Ultimately a good thing, yes. Because I'm in no way involved in the vegan community at all, I guess I wasn't quite expecting this to be a vegan friendly product. But whatever, we're not mad. It's clearly just some sort of flavouring that makes it taste like pigs in blanket, and that's all I want. And the description: 20 Lepsan Sushoing tea bags with sage and rosemary. Did I pronounce that correctly? Also, what is Lapsang Sushoing? Sometimes referred to as smoked tea, is a black tea originally from the mountains of somewhere in China that I'm not gonna attempt to pronounce because I've already made a pig's ear. But a distinctive flavour of smoky pine. The smoky pine tastes like sausage wrapped in bacon. Lapsang Showing tea, 69%. You got apple pieces, flavouring. Say what flavouring? Sage, 2%. Rosemary, 2%. Oh, actually, I just got a whiff as that opened. Oh, I like. Yes, this is already very promising. Tell you what, let's cut this open again. And I took my piece of paper into the other room, and I don't know why. So now I've got to go and get it. Right, here we go, chaps. Yep, that is definitely tea. I did rinse this mug out between use yesterday and today, by the way, just so you know. It's got the aroma. I'm underwhelmed. I'm not even getting a lot of apple. Alright, but you know, we're gonna give this the fair shot. I am going to go and finish the mug and then we'll come back with the initial impressions. I got one gulp left and I gotta say, it's underwhelming. There is a bit of a pork taste, I guess, but I think I'm tasting more the sage, so it kind of feels like I'm having stuffing flavour tea instead. Although the thing with the Brussels sprout tea was, of course, it's going to taste more of that because there is Brussels sprout physically in the tea bag, whereas there isn't with this. Even so, however, as I learned yesterday, it may well be that things happen a little bit later and my opinion changes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this last gulp, I'm going to go about my day, and then I will check in one final time to see if there was any sort of aftertaste, if it stayed with me like that one did, and I'll give the final thoughts. So cheers. It has been now 3 hours, but I feel fairly confident that I can come to a conclusion. There was no real aftertaste with these. I mean, there was a little bit of a bitter one, but I feel that's just what you get with black teas. Also a little bit of dryness to the throat, but again, I think that's just a thing with black teas, really. After that, none. So to summarise and conclude, I wouldn't call any a particular favourite of mine, but if it was somehow an absolute life or death situation that I had to pick one of these to have again, it would be this, because while the taste was entirely underwhelming and beyond basic, yeah, at least I didn't feel sick for several hours afterwards. But in terms of what's been promised on the box, it's got to go to the old Brussels sprout there. So that is that. I now have 36 tea bags that I don't know what to do with. Merry Christmas. Thank you for watching. Sorry I couldn't make that good. And I'll see you in the next thing I decide to stick on the internet. Goodbye.